Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey. I want to welcome you back to our talk on the values of success minded people. And now I want to talk to you about being tender. Yes, I know that seems a little strange, but being tender is a very important part of being a part of the culture that we live in all cultures, really. Being tender is being kind, is being caring to other people. Being tender is to be a person who thinks of others' feelings first. Now, I'm not talking about some fake political correct, watching what you say, getting your pronouns right, and all that other nonsense, because that is not good manners, that is not kindness, that is not being tender, that is not loving. That's just selfish, controlling manipulation. What true kindness, tenderness, caring is, is to recognize other people and caring about how they feel and how you can help them move forward and succeed. You see, when people are going through a difficult time, you can look at them and say, okay, they're struggling. I can see them as a victim, or I can see them as someone who I can help encourage to move beyond this point. See, empathy doesn't just mean that I'm going to identify with your pain. It means that I am going to understand where you're at, but I'm going to help you get out of where you're at. It's a ridiculous thing to see people who are struggling in some area of life and to sit back and look at them sinking in this hole of muck and saying, gosh, I feel bad for you. You know, I understand this is horrible. That muck must be really bad. And I feel really terrible that you're in there sinking. And oh, yeah, I can see you're going down farther. And boy, I can identify with what you're going through. And geez, that's terrible and how awful. When you should be handing a line, you should be giving a hand, you should be doing something to pull a person out of that muck, to make them move forward, to help them to improve, to get better, to move forward. You see, we have gotten things so messed up in this culture of ours that we think that being caring means that we leave people the way that they are, that it's okay, you're okay just the way that you are. And you just stay the way that you are, and I'm going to love you anyways, and just be the way that you are. But to truly be loving doesn't mean that you leave people the way that they are. You want to improve them, you want to help them. God Himself, who loves us unconditionally, that He, if anyone loves you the way that they are, and anyone who tells you that they accept you just the way that you are, I mean, then they don't really care. You know who accepts you just the way that you are? The guy at the drive-in window when you go and you pick up your burger. They'll accept you just the way that you are. They don't care where you've been, who you are, what experiences you have. They like you just the way you are. Give them the money and they'll give you a burger and you go on your way. Those are the people who like you just the way that you are. God loves us just the way that we are, but He loves us enough not to leave us there. He changes us, He helps us, He transforms us, He makes us into people who are better than what we were. He pulls us out of the muck. And the same we should be doing for one another. True caring for another person doesn't mean that you just leave them in their brokenness and saying, well, you're all right. Well, they're not all right. That everything isn't just fine. That you have to be able to say, there's a better way. There's something that can help, that can make this better. And believe me, every single person you ever meet, there's something better that can happen in their life and in yours. None of us are perfect. None of us have hit the place where we have everything under control and everything is okay. So we all have made mistakes. Nobody's perfect. But the fact that nobody's perfect is not an excuse to stay imperfect. It's only a reality that we look at and say, okay, I'm not perfect, and I'm not here to judge anybody else by any standard saying that you have to be perfect. But as one crippled person to another, I know a good crutch. I know how you can get around. I know what it takes in order to get better than what we are. And we all should be striving to help each other to be better than what we are. To truly be caring to one another doesn't mean that we just let everything slide. It means that we're constantly there to help, to guide, to direct, to help each other to improve, never leaving it all alone. The person who doesn't do a thing to change you, who says, I love you just the way you are, and you never have to change a bit, is a person who doesn't love you at all. Because the only true expression of love is somebody who wants you to be the best that you can be, who wants you to be whole and complete and truly a person who is in a full state of healing, of being the best in everything that they do. So please understand, kindness isn't a do-nothing state. Kindness is always tender. It is something that is caring, and it's something that we can offer one another to improve ourselves and each other. For the Growth Center, this is John Patrick Hickey, and I do want to encourage you to pursue your purpose and change your world. Hi, John Patrick Hickey again. And I want to thank you for joining me for this video, and I hope that you've enjoyed it. I do want to suggest that you hit the subscribe button, which is at the bottom of your screen, and that way you won't miss a single episode of any of the videos that are posted. If you'd like more information about my books or any of the blogs or videos that are available to you, then just go to our website, which is www.growthcenter.net. Or if you'd like to reach me by email, you can also do that by going to leadership@growthcenter.net. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you again for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.